Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. And as you can see, for the third day in a row, my ancestors have called for the Golden Journey Tarot for today's daily tarot reading. And this is for the 9th of September 2023. So since they seem to be liking this deck, let's see what else this deck can impart. Alrighty, my lovelies. We have tons of cards on the table. And another reminder for those that are not familiar with this deck does have additional cards in it. For the sake of numerology, I'll be counting those as one. Because between major arcanas and additional cards, we have 7 of those on the table. We also have a synchronicity, which was quite apparent. We have 10, 10, 10, and we have a 4th 10 over here. Yeah, I was quite shocked when I turned over the first 3 cards because of all the 10s. And I will allow you to look up the 10s either in 3s, 4s, or combinations of the 0s and 1s because they mean different things. And most of them are along the changes of spiritual awakening, spiritual change, big life change, and I do believe even one mentions dealing and suffering from bad karma and the need to clear out karma. So please, by all means, look those up yourself. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the reverse, the 10 of Swords in the reverse, the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Anonymous card in the reverse, which is an additional card in the deck, the King of Wands, the Golden Journey in the reverse, which is an additional card in the deck, 2 of Swords in the reverse, the 8 of Swords, the Hangman in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit in the reverse, the 8 of Cups in the reverse, the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Spirit Soul Body card, which is also an additional card in this deck. Okay. Now we've come to a realization here lately, and it's the fact that there is a gap between our inner and outer world. And it has been that way for quite some time. Our outer world, for all appearances to everybody, our life is perfectly fine. It is okay. We're actually even doing fairly well. You know, we have a roof over our head. We have food in our bellies. We probably have a family or a car. We have physical things. We have a way to make money. So outwardly, we are A-okay. However, internally, when it comes to our emotions and our mental monologue, not so much. Our inner world is like we lost our zest, our zeal for life. In fact, we might actually be suffering from depression. We may be speaking negatively to ourselves. We may have low self-esteem. And that's a connection, that's a gap that we know we need to fix. We are quite aware that we need to nurture and take care of our inner world more, because that is bringing us down pretty good. And it's not working for us, not at all. We are aware of it. We also know that we need to take action, because why? Well, gosh dang it, it is our life, and it is, well, it's our life, and we should do what we want and what makes us happy. And why have a life if we can't enjoy it? So there's no point in being stuck with the status quo, with where we're at and the choices we're making or the choices we're not making. So we really need to get up off our butt and start moving, and to change that fact, to make life worth living, to realize that we are lovable, we have value, life is worth it, we can change things, we can make it better, we can put those two halves back together the way they were. We can, fix that gap. We can close it. And for those of us that are dealing with trauma, wounds that have come up to heal, that's thrown us out of sync, that gaping wound, it's now the time to close that wound, to heal it, to stitch it up and let it heal for good. To no longer have to contend with the pain that is causing us. So there's a lot of radical self-love, there's a lot of radical self-acceptance that needs to happen. We need to re-engage our emotion and our mind with our physical realm. In other words, we need to find our zest for life again. We need to make sure that it's worth living, that we're creating a life that we enjoy, a life we desire, a life that we want. And that is for ourselves. That is not for our family. That is not for our employer. That's not for our friends. That is for us. That is purely for us. It has to come from us. And we're not alone in any of this feeling, of feeling out of sorts, out of feeling disjointed, out of having doubts about our self and our worth, our insecurities. We all have insecurities. We all have a certain amount of vulnerability we don't like. We all have things that bring our self-esteem down, whether that is something happens to us, trauma, or our own mindset. Our mind plagues us, our ego gets in the way and brings us down. We all have moments of this. Every single one of us. And if anybody says that they don't, they're a liar. They are lying to themselves. And to you too. But, it is what it is. We all have moments like this. And today's one of those days where we need to take the opportunity to turn it around. Because this is our life. This is our body. This is our mind. This is our heart. And they all need to be aligned. Because all of those three things are with us all the time. It's what makes us us. It's what makes our life. So we need to enjoy it and take care of it while it's here. And if we're not happy in our own bodies, if we're not comfortable in our own bodies, if we don't deem life is worth it, that's a major problem. And that's something that, yes, needs to be addressed. We don't just stay stuck in that energy. We don't try to, stay there on purpose. We're not intending to spiral. We realize there's a gap, a connection that needs to be reforged, to take care of. So, as much as our outer world seems all hunky-dory, seems a-okay, our inner world and how we think, how we feel things, and really, it is the major issue of the day. So we need to catch ourselves from talking negative to ourselves. Do exercise to bring up our self-esteem. To find things that we actually physically enjoy, but more importantly, emotionally enjoy in our life, in our world. Things that make us happy. Not happy because other people tell us it makes us happy, but genuinely makes us happy. We need to start reconnecting with those things. I was not expecting something so heavy to come out today, but whoop, there it is. Yeah, that's a tough one. So mind your self-care practices. Be more accepting of how you feel. Nurture yourself more. So be kinder to yourself when you speak to yourself. Don't be so negative. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You are your own worst critic. So accept that, yes. Acknowledge it, yes. But try to stop yourself when that happens, to get yourself unstuck. That way, maybe being a little bit more gentle with yourself will have a more positive outcome. And for those that love the astrology, Moon in Cancer sextiles Uranus in Taurus. Change can be a good thing. Work to accomplish a small change that can be done quickly. Okay, yeah, we're trying to tackle a bigger change, but realizing that there's a gap, there's a wound there that needs to be addressed, yes, is a good thing. And trying to put effort into changing that, changing how we operate when it comes to our internal world is a good thing. So maybe, yes, small changes, minute things to begin with are better. You know, go do something that you haven't done in a while that you know brings you joy. Catch yourself when you speak negatively of yourself and try to give yourself a pep talk of, oh, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not allowed to say that to ourselves anymore. Whatever it is, even if you have to take baby steps are still progress. Do whatever small changes you need to make sure your inner world, which is your main world that you exist in, is a comfortable one, is one that you love being in, that you enjoy, because you're worth it and you deserve it and you have value. You should love your life, so make it a good one. And I'll remind you once again, not only do we have the 10, 10, 10 synchronicity, but we do have 4 10s over here. I will also be counting the additional cards as 1 for the sake of numerology. Everything here on the table adds up to 105, which of course reduces to 6. In other words, this is a temporary opportunity to close that gap, to heal that wound, to reforge that connection, to nurture it into healing. All right, my lilies, yes, I fully acknowledge that was a little heavy. But yes, if you resonate with any part of this reading, by all means give me a thumbs up. And if you feel comfortable talking about it, go ahead and chat at me in the comment section down below. Feel free to share the video anywhere online. Truly appreciate those that do. It does help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.